Hey guys, Game Advisor here, and today we're going to be talking about 10 tips for beginners in Starbase. Now, some of these may be useful for more advanced players, but at the end of the day, the whole point of this is that these are 10 tips that are going to be useful for you no matter where you at in your gameplay. So let's go ahead and start out with number 1. Okay, so the first tip we have today is going to be using your Z, X, and Y keys in order to rotate objects. The way this works is you're going to pick up an object, say a fuel rod for an example, hold E on it, and then hold Z as well, X or Y, and then move your mouse. This will allow you to rotate it and move it in different directions in order to line it up with wherever you want to place it. This is super useful and it will save you so much anxiety and stress of just trying to grab it the perfect way. So instead, now you just grab it, you rotate it, and you put it where it needs to go. Second up on our list is going to be using the C button in order to snap objects. Now the way this works is whenever you pick something up, just like before, you're going to tap the C button once and you'll hear a little click. That's saying that your snap is now on and you are able to snap objects into place. This will help you place things like crafting benches on your ship or snap your fuel rods into those containers when you need them to go in. Also, just a quick additional tip here, do make sure to bolt your fuel rods as it can easily cause them to go flying out of your ship and cause tons of damage when you're outside the safe zone. Third on our list is one of the single most useful tips in Starbase, and it is also one of the easiest ones to do. This is going to be using your U button in order to pull up the generator UI and data folder. So what you're going to do is you're going to look at that generator button on your ship, then you're going to hit U and you're going to change it to a lower number. If you haven't added any additional thrusters to your ship, 25 is usually plenty, and that will reduce your fuel usage by 3/4. So if you were to normally use 1,000 units of fuel, now you'll only be using 250 in order to get the same amount of power. This is super useful and helpful, especially in those beginning ships that don't have the proper UI and YOLO code in order to use the maximum efficiency possible. So do make sure to do this when you're getting going. You'll save yourself a ton of pain and anxiety from having to deal with changing out those fuel rods. We're at number 4 now, with fuel rods additionally can be located on the rear of your ship. If you don't know, this is mainly for the people with just the starter ship, but they do come with additional fuel rods. All you need to do is hop out of your seat, drift on over to the back of your ship, and you will notice there are 4 racks there in which you can pull out fuel rods and put them back into your new generator so that you have all the fuel you'll need. The devs definitely did this in order to help new players not run out of fuel and get stuck out in space. So don't forget they're there, it'll save you a ton of time and it'll save you having to ask someone to come out and save your butt while you're stuck in the middle of nowhere. Alright, we are halfway there now with number 5, which is refilling gas and propellant. They're the same thing, it just depends on what you want to call it. I call it gas because I'm from the US, but some people will call it propellant because that's what it's actually called within the game. So if you want to refill this, all you need to do is go to one of the main stations, and then once you're there, you're going to find these purple buildings that look kind of weird and have a bunch of blue boxes in front of them. Park your ship in the blue boxes you're seeing, and then connect your resource bridge to its resource bridge, and go ahead and buy your fuel. This will then refill your ship, and you're good to go. There is alternative ways to do this, but this is going to be the easiest way when you get going. The alternatives are more advanced and you're going to need to have research to do it, so this is the most consistent, easy way to fill up your ships and get on the road. Okay, coming in at number 6 is the auction house and how to access it. This one is super easy and super simple. Rather than going all the way into the station and going into the shops to either vendor your ore or go ahead and sell it on the auction house, the best way that you're going to be able to get rid of it and still make a profit is simply going to be to get out of your seat in your ship, hit the comma button on your keyboard, which will open up the auction house. Right there, you can go ahead and start putting things up for sale and you're good to go. You can also buy items here, so you don't have to actually land down on the station. This makes it so much easier if you're trying to either research by crafting tons of items, or if you just want to quickly make money without having to go down and park. You can do this all the way, I believe, from up to almost 2 full kilometers away from the station. So do keep this in mind. It will save you a lot of time in the long haul from having to drive down, go run into the market, find the auction house, put it up, run back out, spawn your ship, and then fly away, when you could have done it all within 10 seconds simply by hitting the comma key and not being in your pilot seat. So number 7 on our list today is going to be that you need to mine whatever is most expensive and simply sell it and then purchase the cheapest ones off the auction house. So to give you an example here, rather than mining the crust of an asteroid like Agitite for an example, and then selling it, you could simply mine the ore, sell the ore, and then purchase 4 or 5 stacks of that crust. This will save you a ton of time when it comes to farming minerals that you specifically need in order to craft things. So do keep this in mind if you are trying to purchase a ship, if you're trying to craft things for research, or just craft anything for any other reason. The best way to do so is to simply mine all the ores you see that are of high value, sell them, and then purchase what you need off the auction house of the things that are lower value. After that, at number 8 is to use the pre-built ships in the green building. Yes, there are advanced ships and you can design your own and you can use the easy builder, but if you just want a simple way to get a halfway decent ship, go to the green building. It only uses starting resources found within the safe zone, and go ahead and get the ores you need and then purchase the ship right then and there. After that, you spawn it in and you're good to go. They have a wide variety of ships as well, everything from asteroid bringing ships that will carry the asteroids themselves back to the station and then sell them, to large cargo vessels, to just about anything you'll need to get your hands on the wheel. At the end of the day, this is going to be great for new players that have not yet designed their own ship but just want to get out there and get to work. A little add-on here, there is other buildings that sell ships, but they do require more advanced resources, which is why I recommend the green building, as these are all dev-made ships that work perfectly fine and are also very cheap to make in comparison to the ones not in the green building. Okay, we are now almost done with number 9. This one is very simple, and I'm going to explain to you what each research is within the research tree. To break this down, it is very straightforward. On the left, you're going to have the category of basic, which will have all the ship parts that you will want. Then you'll have in the middle, which will be your tools, and that will be your personal tools and personal weapons like SMGs, pistols, snipers, all that kind of stuff, your repair tool, all of those are found in that category. And then finally, on the far right in advanced will be all your station research stuff. This will be how you build your stations, how you add things onto your stations, and all sorts of others. At the end of the day, it's not that complicated. You just need to remember basic is ship stuff, tools are personal robot stuff like tools and weapons, and then on the far right, you have your station stuff. Okay, so the last tip we have for you today at number 10 is the fact that you can redo the trial for a new starter ship. Yes, I believe there is a limit of doing this up to 10 times, but the point here is either A, you can redo it to get the ship and then sell it for money, or B, if your ship is bugged, broken, or destroyed, you can do this in order to get a new ship and get yourself back out on the road. It's not very complicated. You're just gonna hit escape, go to settings, and then find the tutorial and reset it. Once you're done with that, you go out, you do your tutorial again, and boom, bang, you've got another ship. For those of you who made it this far, we do have one final tip that is a bonus tip for you. And all it is to make friends or join a company in Starbase. I cannot tell you how important this is. This is a group-oriented game. Yes, you can do everything by yourself if that's something you really want to do. But this game is meant to be played in groups, and particularly 5 to 10 or even significantly larger, up to hundreds and thousands of players are in groups. I know our company personally has like something like 80 or 100 people or 50 people. I know it's over 50 right now, but at the end of the day, join a company, find some friends, make them in the game, whatever you can do. Trust me, there are people out there that want you to join them. This is going to make your time so much more enjoyable in Starbase, as you're going to have lots of downtime, lots of things that you're going to need to do that are going to be very difficult to do by yourself. If you are unable to find a company, however, or you don't have friends that are playing the game with you, please feel free to contact me on our Discord, and I will get you into our company where you can have people who would love to enjoy the game with you and have a lot of knowledge and can help you out. Either way, thank you so much for watching. I am Game Advisor. This is our Starbase series, and we will be making tons more videos on it. So if you want to see them, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.